guys, I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And as always, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. What we got today is an Asian-infused, inspired dish, pepper steak over udon noodles. And you can get pepper sauce in Asian stores or markets, since we don't have any here in Campbellsville. A great way to offset that is with this little baby right here, oyster sauce and black pepper. We all have, we got some veggies, we have carrots, we have red peppers, green peppers, onions. So this is a bottom round steak, and I found this at the market today. This is already sliced thinly for stir fry, so we don't have to go out and buy a big steak and do all that ourselves. So let's get started with our ingredients. Let's start slicing and dicing. We're gonna start with these carrots right here. Now, it's a lot of different ways you can do this. Totally up to your, so I'm gonna get it on the angle. Try to get them all fairly the same consistency. That way they'll cook the same amount of time. As the rest of the veggies. Watch your fingers, don't slice them off. Now, we're gonna get our carrots on this little plate right here, get them all. Now for our red pepper and green peppers. We want these just sliced like so. Get this other half over here. And get our green pepper, do the same thing. Get all the seeds and the ribs out of here. Don't need those. Get you guys on the plate, just hang out over there with the rest of your friends. Then we're gonna come to our onion. Usually with our onion, we do little small dices. With this, we're not gonna do small dices. We want these reasonably about the same size as our peppers. Get all the skin off of this. And take that outer layer off. We don't need you. Just slice it like so. And you go hang out over there as well. Clean my board off a little bit. And then we're going to turn our attention to the main ingredient, our steak. As you can see, we have very thin slices of steak here, which is great because it's going to cook up very fast. And this is going to be one of those dishes you come home from work, you really don't want to cook. And this would be great because it doesn't take long to cook and it's delicious and your family's going to love it. And we're just going to get some steak out here. We're going to slice these in half to make it even more easier and make it go a little longer. Get a couple more pieces out here. And there we go. What we're going to do now is pepper. Lots and lots of pepper. Because it is pepper steak, so we need a lot of pepper. A little kosher salt. And we're just going to mix this up. And for all you people out there, it's like, oh my God, he's doing this on the cutting board. We're going to wash it. Calm down. Don't worry about that. Now, over here, we got our stove going. We're going to put our wok on. Give my hands a wash real quick. Our wok, we want our wok screaming hot. As you can see, it's already smoking. We're going to come over here with some oil. And that's the sound you want to hear right there. A little more pepper on this. And we're going to come over. Steak in. See how quickly that's browning up already? We're going to get something to take that out. And we're going to take this steak out. We don't want it to, it's very thinly, so we don't want it to overcook. And then we got our veggies. We're going to come over here with our veggies. We're going to season those up a little bit of kosher salt. That salt is going to bring out all the moisture in that. A little more pepper. It is pepper steak after all. And we're going to come in with our carrots. And our peppers. And we're just going to continue this. And when we come back, black pepper steak, udon noodles. We'll be right back.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts to the classrooms to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
What's up, guys? I'm just continuing right here on What's Cooking Neighbor with our pepper beef steak over some udon noodles. We got our veggies in right now. We got our carrots and our green peppers and our red bell peppers. And it's starting to smell delicious in here. And you can see the color contrast already starting to go. And we just want to give this a couple minutes to soften up. And then we're going to throw in our red onions in here. Now that's going. Then we're going to add our onions. And we're going to saute these real quick in our wok. Just let those guys get translucent. Let some of their flavors go. And immediately you can get those onions, the smell, it's already, the aroma's already filling the room with the rest of the veggies. And we're just going to let that go for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to turn our attention back over here. Now what we're going to do, we have some cornstarch, and we're going to make what they call a slurry. With a little cornstarch and water. And we're going to thicken our sauce up with that. So while our veggies are going, come over here. Let's get a spoon real quick. A couple of tablespoons of our cornstarch. Come back here and get a little bit of water. And we're just going to mix this up, and this is going to be our thickening agent once we get our sauce going. So just stir your cornstarch in your water, and this is going to thicken our sauce up. Try not to make a mess, which I'm very prone to do. And we're just going to set that to the side. Bring our attention back to our veggies over here. And they're going nicely. Remember, you see all the colors in the red, the orange, the green. It's one of those things that people eat with their eyes first and their smell. So if you smell delicious and it looks delicious, you're automatically going to think it's delicious. And then we're going to add our beef back into this. Let all those flavors hang out, get to know each other. Let all those flavors start to marry together, mingle together. And then we're going to add some more pepper into this. You're going to use a lot of pepper unless you have the pepper sauce, which I don't have the pepper sauce. So the more pepper, the better. But if you can go out and you can find the pepper sauce in an Asian market or Asian store, that'll be awesome. Now this is right where we want it to be. So now we're going to add some beef broth. And as always, I tell you, if you're cooking with chicken, use chicken broth. If you're using beef, use beef broth. If you want something neutral, use veggie broth. Oh, see, I told you I'm prone to making messes. About a cup and a half. And clean up my mess. Then we're going to bring this back up to high. Then we want this to come back up to a boil. and scrape off any of that fond in the bottom of it, because that's where all your flavor is. So we want all that flavor. So all right, guys, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to get our noodles into this. We're going to make our sauce, and we're just about ready to eat. What's Cooking, Neighbor? I'm Don Smith, and we'll be right back. Come back and join us.
Busy days, busy nights. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. DiscoverCUOnline.com.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith. This is What's Cooking, Neighbor, and today on the menu is pepper steak with udon noodles. We have our veggies, our steak already going right here. We've just put some broth in here to get up all that delicious fond and deliciousness on the bottom of it. And now we're going to add in our noodles. We're going to wash this knife off real quick. Now we're going to add our noodles into this. Just break it up. Our noodles is in. It's not going to take very long for these guys to cook up. And if you need to add just a little more broth or water, go right ahead. But we are going to thicken this up once we know our noodles are nicely done. Come on, guys. Get back in there. This is going to take about 3 minutes for our noodles to absorb some of that delicious flavors that's going on in our wok right now. As I continuously sling noodles everywhere. Do a quick cleanup. While that's going, now I'm going to add just a little more broth to this, about a half a cup. And some more pepper to this. Take our temperature down just a little bit. And we're going to add in our slurry. This is going to thicken it up. Make sure that slowly add that in. And you can already see it's thickening our sauce up already. A little more beef broth into this. And now we're going to add our oyster sauce to this. And guys, this is just about done. Our sauce is nice and thick. That oyster sauce and the black pepper that we've been putting in here throughout the cooking process mimics the pepper sauce that you can get in the Asian store. With the onions, the green bell peppers, the red bell peppers, the carrots. And that beef that we season up with the kosher salt and black cracked pepper. And we're just going to let that hang out for a second there. Do some cleanup. And then the next best thing, we get to try this dish. Just let that hang out there. Let all those flavors get to know each other. Let them mingle together a little bit. Now, of course, you can do this with rice, or you can cook your noodles separately and plate that over top of it. There's a million ways to do this, totally up to you. All right, guys, we're done. We're gonna try this out real quick. Just put a little bit on the plate. Yeah, we'll just use this spoon right here. The peppers, the onions, the carrots. This is delicious. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me. Black pepper steak. Go home, try it out. It's really quick and easy to do. I'm Don Smith. This is What's Cooking Neighbor. And we'll see you again right here as I take your taste buds on a culinary journey. Thanks for joining me, guys.